Happy Friday and welcome into the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for men's college basketball action here today. The LA City College Cubs and the College of the Canyons Cougars here from Lee Smelser Court inside the Cougar cage. I'm Matt Robinson, glad to have you along with us as always here on the Cougar Sports Network. It's been a tough run for the Cougar men as of late. They've really not been able to find their rhythm and find their way through the season. Just 2 and 7, so far this year. You look over the last number of games for College of the Canyons, it's been a struggle from 3, and that's really an area of their game this year that they're going to have to be good in, is shooting the ball from 3. Just 7 of 26 over the last 2 games, both losses. They lost to Santa Barbara City College here at the Cougar cage, 66-65 in a tight one, but they did not make a 3 in the second half of that game, and then lost to Cuesta about a week ago on Saturday, 80-55. 46 for 137 in their losses this season, but they're 23 of 53 in their 2 wins. So again, it's really a situation of they have to find a way to shoot the ball from 3 and shoot the ball from 3 well if they want to have a chance at winning games as the season progresses on. Still very early in the year, just 9 games in. Plenty of time left for them to go, but again, some work to be done. In that last game against Cuesta, 3 guys played pretty well in the loss. Donovan Cornelius with 10 points, 4 boards. Braz Orbach, 18 points and a rebound, his second straight game over 15 points. And then Justin Perez continued his streak of 10-point games with 10 points and a block in the game. So those 3 have been pretty much the leaders this year offensively. Perez at 15.6 points per game leads the team offensively. Orbach at 10.3 points, and then Cornelius at 8.9. You really need those guys to continue to step things up. As we look at the numbers between the 2 sides coming into today, LA City College has been a team that they've played good defensively at times. You look at their net efficiency. It's actually, I have those transposed. I actually have them backwards, which happens more often than not when I'm trying to type things in because they're a different way on my sheet. Their net efficiency is actually 0.79, which is okay. 26th in the state. They're a good defensive efficiency team. They were one of 15 teams under 940 defensively, or at 938, which is 14th best in the state. But they give up far too many points, 72.3 points per game. They're shooting 39.8% from the floor, 31% from 3. You compare the Cougars on the other side, who shoot 36.7% from 3. That's 12th best in the state of California. So Canyons obviously needs to continue, like we said, shooting the 3 and shooting the 3 ball well. That's really the goal for College of the Canyons night in, night out, it seems. They do try and get the ball inside quite a bit when Orbach's in the lineup. He's not in the starting lineup today. As we take a look at the starters for both sides. Let's get you the right graphic here. Starters for both teams: Mikhail Reynolds, Caleb Shepard, Mark Smith, A.J. Robinson, and Alan Duarte for LA City College. For College of the Canyons, Donovan Cornelius, Wyatt Wilson, Donovan Chapman, Justin Perez, and Gilad Ziegel in the starting lineup today. It'll be Wilson and Duarte to jump. Wilson, just 6'3", Duarte at 6'6", but Wilson is probably the man with the best leaping ability on College of the Canyons this year. We've seen him jump up and win the opening tip multiple times here at home, as he has that ability to leap and leap quick, and he does it again, as we've seen him do so often this season. Wins the opening tip. Donovan Cornelius will go to work on the offensive side, leaves it for Wilson. He'll give it to Chapman as Canyons in their half-court offense, trying to go to work, working in their black jerseys in the blackout game today, as Wilson knocks down the first bucket of the ball game, and Canyons has a 2-0 lead. Wilson, a 43% field goal shooter on the season, averages 8.8 points per game, has the first bucket. As we said, blackout game today for College of the Canyons. Fans in attendance receiving the black t-shirt, and a team in their specialty blacks with gold trim. I think some blue might be in there, but I can't really tell. It's hard for me to see the colors. I think it might be just black, gold, and white today for College of the Canyons. LA City College in their whites today with blue numbers and red Cubs scrawled across their chest. As the jumper good from LA City College. Keep an eye out for A.J. Robinson, number 10 for LA City College. He's their leading scorer, 19.1 points per game. Mark Smith does some good work as well. He had the first bucket, 9.8 points per. There's Perez off the window, no good. Good job by Chapman to tip the rebound out. He'll get a look at a corner three, no good. Perez, the offensive board, but had it knocked out of his hands. And Mikhail Reynolds will go to the other way. Reynolds trying to draw contact at the rim, able to fight through it and lay it in. Reynolds, who averages 14.1 points per game, the second highest scorer on LA City College, puts his first bucket of the ball game in. Wilson to get down low to Zigel, trying to take Duarte off the dribble. Fall-away jumper is short. Rebound was loose. Both Robinson and Wyatt jumped on the hardwood to try and get it, but it was scooped up by Duarte. Wilson gets a steal as he jumps the passing lane and finishes with two hands. Early action here for College of the Canyons as Wilson gets the bucket. Tied at 4. City College on a reset after a missed three. Ball was thrown out off of a hand of Canyons, and it will stay with LA City here. Three-pointer no good. Chapman the rebound, will work it ahead. He delays things for the moment, sends it over to Cornelius on the far side. Little stutter step, dribble drive, backs it off. Duarte checking out. Devon Mbube Singui coming in to take over. We'll get inside to Robinson here, back out top to Mbube Singui, who will swing it across. Here's Mark Smith now. Drops it off for Caleb Shepard. Shepard trying to drive. Cornelius cut him off. Now Reynolds trying to work against Perez, cut off. Got it over to Robinson. He'll try and drive, try to dump it off. Stolen away. Cornelius back the other way in a fast break for Canyons. Underneath to Perez, who lays it off the window and in. Good fast break counter by Canyons that time. That's another thing the Cougars will have to do as games continue on. Really run that fast break as much as they can. And they cannot get three walls out of their half-court offense. They have a 6-4 lead here. A.J. Robinson in the half-court set for LA City. Will send it to the near side. Shepard swings it back around along the perimeter. Driving and throwing up a floater is Reynolds. No good. But Mbube Singui with the rebound, the putback, and the foul. He'll go to the line. Foul goes against Perez, his first. Canyons actually a team this year. They don't foul a lot. Look at fouls committed, 19.4. That's actually, it is quite a lot now that I think about it and look at it. They're 81st in the state, one of the teams that gets called for the most fouls, but they're also one of the teams that generates the most fouls. As a matter of fact, they generate the most fouls in the state. 22.9 fouls drawn per game this year. That's number 1 in the 3C2A. There's 17.8 free throws made per game, is 12th best in the state. They shoot just 70% from the line. We'll see if they can continue that trend as we work here. And they will draw a foul. Wilson inside gets bumped. It's going to go against Reynolds. It'll be his first. So Mbube Singui getting a bucket early on. Had 11 points versus Glendale. We don't have stats for LA City College's last game against Barstow. So we're working off one game missing, but we'll do our best here. Singui averages 7.8 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game to lead the team. There's a jumper from Chapman, no good. The rebound tipped and found its way to Zigel, who tried a little sky hook that didn't go. Chapman, a putback chance, doesn't get it. Tries for another, draws contact this time, and now Chapman will get to the line. Singui will pick up the foul. Chapman to the line to shoot 2. Donovan Chapman this season, 71.9% from the line. Canyons this year, they've been out-rebounded per game by a little over 2.5 points per game. rebounds per game, I should say. Going along the same lines, LA City College out-rebounded by about 3.5 rebounds per game. Those are down near the bottom of the state, so this will be an interesting battle on the boards today. LA City College averages 36.1 rebounds per game, Canyons 33.8. Chapman made the first to even it up at 7, makes the second to make it an 8-7 Canyons lead. Good passing by LA City College, Townsend into the game. They'll swing it back around to Robinson, pretty much straight away between the rings. Working against Chapman here, looking for room to operate. Sent it over to Mark Smith. Smith now puts it on the floor against Wilson. Tried to send it to Robinson on the near side, had to leap to save it. Now works with 3 to shoot, dumps it off into the corner. Shepard with a 3-pointer that's short. Rebound pulled down by Perez after he had to tip it to himself. And Canyons back the other way. Perez in transition for 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Townsend. And back the other way, LA City tries to get out in transition. They'll dump it into the corner to Robinson. Extra pass out top. Smith with a 3. Missed it off the right-hand side. Perez pulls down the board. And Canyons back the other way, transitioning themselves. And an offensive foul called against Donovan Cornelius. You look here, Canyons trying to get out in transition, this time off the miss. Another good board by Perez. Cornelius trying to get himself out there with speed, and a good job by LA City to come up and draw the foul. I believe it was A.J. Robinson drawing that foul. Eight to 7 Canyons, 14:40 to go here in the first half. Just underway from Lee Smelser Court inside the Cougar cage. We thank you for joining us wherever you may be. We're happy to have you along here on this Friday night. As Caleb Shepard tries to drive, was falling down. His pass went off the hands of Mlupe Sungui. Was picked up by Townsend, who got it back to Robinson. Robinson now will work against Chapman. Gets knocked down for a blocking foul. And that'll be the second foul, the third foul on Canyons here in this first half. First foul on Donovan Chapman. Some debris on the floor. Now that that's picked up, we'll go back to work. Townsend to bring it in. We'll get it to Mark Smith. Singui now with it. We'll send it over onto the near side to Shepard. Shepard on the near wing, a little further down the wing to Robinson. Tried to back off Ziegel. Fallback jumper is good from 18. It's a nice shot from A.J. Robinson. His first bucket of the ball game. Robinson averaging 19.1 points per. That's 22nd best in the state. Also has 5.4 assists per game that lead the team. Here's Ziegel, an elbow jumper, too strong. Chapman rips down the rebound, tried to go back up, draws the foul. I think they're pointing at Bryce Townsend underneath, and Chapman will go back to the line. It does go against Townsend. So Chapman with some good work. Chapman, 3 games with 10 or more points this season. He was 0 for 4, no points against Cuesta. Canyons lost last week on Saturday. First foul shot from Chapman is good. Stacey Webb going to come in to take over for Galad Ziegel. Canyons going to go a little smaller here. Ziegel, while listed as a guard, plays kind of in a forward role. Him and Ross Orbach both in the same thing. I don't know if we'll see Orbach tonight. I know he's been fighting off knee issues for most of the early portion of the year. See him down at the end of the bench. We'll see if he gets in today. 10 to 9, Chapman makes both. Chapman 0 for 2 from the floor, but 4 for 4 from the line here early on for 4 points. Shepard tried to drive, dumped it back to A.J. Robinson. He'll get it over to Mark Smith. Smith working against Chapman, tried to go to his right. They'll swing it around the perimeter into the hands of Shepard. Tries to drive past Webb, looking for contact at the rim, and he did draw the contact. Blocking foul going to be called against Donovan Cornelius. Howard Fisher unhappy with it right away. They'll send Shepard to the line to shoot two, 70% foul shooter on the year. Shepard averages 10 points a game, 4 boards and 2 assists. Mo Pitt's coming in for the first time. He'll take over for Donovan Cornelius. We'll see Mark Smith come off the floor as well, as Mikhail Reynolds came back in. Second is good for Shepard, so we trade leads. 11-10 in favor of LA City. Stacey Webb will bring it up the floor for Canyons. Works to his left, goes up with the left hand, missed it. Was short. Mikhail Reynolds brings down the rebound. Outlets ahead to Robinson. They'll swing it around the perimeter. Shepard wants to slash into the paint. Lost the ball. Went right to Mbupi Sengui, who missed on the layup, but Shepard was there to follow it up and put it in. LA City in a full court press. Canyons breaks it off the inbound play. Here's Webb from the elbow. Wants to spin it back out. Sends it near side to Wyatt Wilson. Canyons will slow things down a little bit here. Perez works it inside. Chapman, double team, kicks it back to Wilson, 6 to shoot, sends it over to Pitts. Pitts trying to draw contact. They're going to say no shot. It's a foul on the floor, an inbound on the baseline. We'll reset it at 20 seconds. It's a blocking foul against A.J. Robinson. And it's just the first on Robinson. Diego Spudanov checking in. Big man at 6'9" will play in the middle of the floor here. Good pass from Perez. Spudanov going to be called for the foul as Chapman score it and the foul. So Spudanov going to be called for it. Good work here from Canyons. Perez takes Robinson, dumps it off. Spudanov late to get back over as he came to double team the help. And it'll send Chapman to the line. Chapman perfect from the line so far. We'll see if the broadcaster jinx is in full effect here as he tries for the old-fashioned three-point play. He's got it, and Canyons back in the lead by... We're even at 13 all. Pardon me. Chapman again catches. No good. Perez the rebound, swatted away by Spudanov. Canyons will reset and go back into a half-court offense. So we are even at 13 all here. Webb working to his right, dumps it off Perez, has 2 to shoot, takes a foul line jumper that's no good. The ball kicked off of a bunch of bodies. It initially kicked off of Caleb Shepard, who was going up, bounced off 3 guys, then hit Shepard as he was laying on the sideline out of play. And so it's Canyons basketball here. 11:39 to go, 13 all. Perez looking for his first bucket. Air ball to 3. Chapman saved it, got it to Wilson. Wilson to Perez and back to Webb, and Canyons will go back to work with 6 on the shot clock now. Wilson, little stutter step, got around Spudanov, and bucket and the foul for Webb. Watch the stutter step from Stacey Webb on the replay as he does a phenomenal job here off the catch. Kind of goes to his left, takes a couple of dribbles, works off the screen. That little stutter right there, and Spudanov was well behind, and he'll go back to the bench. Duarte checking back in for LA City here. Chapman with 7. Webb trying to get to 3 and complete a 3-point play. Webb 61.9% from the foul line. 5.9 points per game, knocks down the foul shot. Canyons leads by 3. Perez and Chapman off the floor. Zigel and Gian Figueroa into the game for the first time today for Canyons. Not Zigel, Figueroa into the game for the first time. Canyons trying to soft press this time out of the inbound play. City was able to break it. Smith drove into a wall of black jerseys, has to pitch it back to Reynolds, who stops up at a 15-footer. It's good. It's a 1-point game. Webb, slick ball handler for Canyons this season. Only has 1.9 assists per game on average. There's a 3 from Mo Pitts is good. Nice shot from Mo Pitts. Canyons with a 4-point lead, their largest of the game so far. 10.5 remaining here in the first half. Wilson got a hand on that pass. Reynolds was able to collect, gets it to Robinson. Robinson fouled by Figueroa, and he'll get himself to the line. Late closure by Figueroa as Reynolds beat him down to the baseline this time, but trying to come back and takes away what might have been an easy bucket for Robinson here. Not a lot of contact, but enough. We'll send Robinson to the line. A.J. Robinson, 84% foul shooter, scratch at 80.4% foul shooter on the season. 45 of 56, it's 29th best in the state coming in. Knocks down the first. Knocks down the second, he's good. Robinson is very solid from the floor in general. 47.4% from the floor, 48.5% from three. He is their sharpshooter from three, as he's 14th best in the state from 3-point, 16 of 33. Canyons has a pretty good three-point shooter of their own in Justin Perez, who's been quiet over the last few games. Perez 0 for 2 today from 3, but he's 19 of 37 on the season, 51.4%. It's 8th best in the state, but he's been kind of held down from 3, 6 straight games under 3 three-pointers made. Last time he went over that was 4 against Irvine Valley College in a win for College of the Canyons against the Lasers, or scratch that, in a loss for College of the Canyons against the Lasers back on the 7th of November. Robinson will pass it ahead. Reynolds, Duarte, and Bupe Singui, a bucket for him. Good passing on the press by LA City to get by Canyons press. And we're all of a sudden even at 19. Figueroa stepped on the end line. It'll be City ball, a turnover on Canyons. Turnovers really hounded the Cougars against Cuesta. They turned the ball over 20 times in that loss, something they certainly want to clean up here today. Canyons 69th in turnovers per game. They average 15.9. Not a solid number. That one knocked out of play. Something maybe they can try and exploit, though, on the LA City side, who averages 16.2 per game. That's 75th in the state. So both these teams have a tendency to turn the ball over quite a bit. Here's Robinson for 3. His first look, really, for 3 from today. It's no good. And he drives and scores it with the right hand as he got to the rack. Robinson now with 8 points to lead the way for LA City. Canyons back trailing by 2, back to work offensively. Pitts, a pass to Zigel. Counted in the foul as Duarte late to come across. Canyons will get Zigel to the line. First foul on Duarte. Perez and Chapman back in to take over for Figueroa and Wyatt. Zigel just a 38.5% foul shooter this season. That one good from Zigel. Mo Pitts coming off the floor, and we'll see Kyren Gates into the early rotation for the first time really this season at home. Gates, a guy that just averages 4.6 minutes per game, but into the early rotation today, likely for his energy and his speed. A foul away from the basketball under the basket on Perez. That's 2 on Perez, so he'll have to go to the bench here. And a short break for Wyatt Wilson. We'll send him right back out onto the floor. 22-21 Canyons. Wilson able to defend the inbound that time. Wilson just 6'3" out of Saugus High School, the guard. He's not necessarily a big body compared to Duarte, who sits at 6'6", probably in the 230 range for Duarte, built more like a lineman. I would guess Wilson is well under that. I would say Wilson be 190. That's just speculation on my part, but facing Guida the line for 1-1, a 64% foul shooter. That's the 8th foul, or the 7th foul on Canyons. Here, both teams in the bonus, so we'll shoot foul shots for the final 8 minutes and 58 seconds here of this first half. We see Byron Ososki into the game for the first time today. Ososki again in an early rotation, just 2.3 minutes per game on average this season. It's 1-1, fellas, so go right back to where you were. Mbupi Singui to the line for the second, as we're tied at 22. Devin Mbupi Singui, 22 minutes a game, usually off the bench. Started 5 times this season. Coming off the bench here today, makes both and gives LA City College the lead at 23-22. 8:50 to go here in the first half. Webb dumps it to Ososki at the elbow, now gets it back. Tries to go from the foul line, kicks back Ziegel. Thought about a 3, 10 to shoot here for Ziegel. Now he'll have a step back 3. That's no good. Gates couldn't tip the rebound to himself as Robinson got a hand on it, and A.J. Robinson will work it back up the floor. Working against Gates, dumps it off underneath to Duarte. Tried to force it back to Gates, and Webb had the steal. Ball bounces up in the air. Ziegel has to collect. Now he'll take an early shot clock 3 that's no good. Tips off of every hand underneath the basket, and it goes out off of LA City College, and will stay with College of the Canyons here. Not sure that Coach Fisher wants Ziegel, who's a 33% three-point shooter, taking that early shot clock 3 there, as he was immediately up off the bench, and now standing up near the table, barking out the play for Canyons here, so they go to work. Wilson, a rhythm 3 off the pass, too strong. And Mbupi Singui stepped on the end line, and it'll stay with Canyons on a reset. So Canyons, early on, we talked about needing to hit the 3-point shot. 1 for 7 from 3. LA City 0 for 5. They have a 23-22 lead at the moment. Webb working off the Ososki screen, steps back into a 3. That's good. Nice shot from Stacey Webb, a 33% triple shooter this season. But he's 50% from the floor on the year. Knocks it down and gives Canyons the lead. Mbupi Singui trying to get it down to Duarte as LA City with 2 bigs out there. Duarte countered at the foul as he gets through Ziegel. Duarte will go to the line. You can see the heavy work down low as he catches from Mbupi Singui at the block and just kind of muscles his way down. Ziegel really no answer. Got a lot of ball, but got a lot of his arm as well. And that'll send Duarte to the line. Duarte has not shot a 3 yet this season. He's 47% from the floor. That's not best on the team. That's actually Mbupi Singui is 55.3, but still very good. Those 2 down low do all their work from inside. He connects on the foul shot. The 40% foul shooter makes it, and it's back to a 1-point LA City College lead. LA City 8 for 8 from the floor. Canyons 7 of 8. Or excuse me, 8 from 8 from the free throw line. Canyons 7 of 8 from the foul line. So even so far in fouls and the foul shot attempts. LA City got 1 more free throw, has given them the lead. Ososki, foul line jumper with 8 to shoot. That's good. Nice shot from Byron Ososki. It's his first bucket of the season. 0 for 2 from the floor before that. Knocked that one down. Back on the other side, LA City gets the lead right back at 28-27. Ziegel trying to take Duarte off the dribble. Euro step under the basket, but missed on the reverse layup. And back the other way comes LA City. Robinson to Duarte beyond the three-point line, then shoots behind the Duarte screen, but was short. Fell into the lap of Mbupe Singui, who's fouled. As they say, Ososki had his hands down over the top of him, and that will send Devin Mbupe Singui to the line. Take another look here. Robinson short off the three. Then you can see Ososki, just the hands. Gian Figueroa at the table getting ready to check in. Mbupe Singui knocks down the first. LA City 9 of 9 from the line. Ziegel going to check out. 29-27, LA City College leading. That's their first foul shot miss, but Duarte with the offensive board. Now he's calling for the ball. Wants to catch against Ososki. Little hook shot in the lane is good. Not much Canyons could do against the big that time. Was able to out-muscle Ososki and get the shot up before the double team came across. 31-27, LA City in front. Webb throws it back Ososki. Thought about it from the foul line, instead got it to Wilson. Wilson and Figueroa playing catch. Now Ososki at the foul line trying to work, lost the basketball. Taken away by Reynolds. Reynolds driving, laid it off the window, no good. Good back pressure by Figueroa to make it a tough shot. And Canyons back in a half-court offense, trying to set back up. Wilson, shoulder bump to move his man down. Gets it to Webb. He's got one of two Canyons threes, but missed that time. Robinson out in transition, just throws it away as he couldn't keep the ball in. Gates will give it back to Webb. Webb to Figueroa. Extra pass into the corner to Wilson. Now to Ososki outside the painted area, a little above the block. We'll dump it back up top to Figueroa. Now to Webb. And Canyons will slow things down. Seven to shoot here. Webb works off the Ososki screen. Kicks it into the corner. Figueroa, a three with the left hand, no good. Air ball, shot clock violation. LA City basketball substitutions coming. Shepard and Georges Aldenor coming in. And a timeout on the floor called by Howard Fisher. We'll take the break as well real quick. Back inside Lee Smelser court at the Cougar cage, 31-27, LA City College in the lead. 4:56 to go here in the first half. Each team with pretty much their full complement of timeouts, as that was our first stoppage of the game for a timeout, called by Howard Fisher. Then Aldenor going to be called for a foul under the basket, away from the ball, clutching Duarte, and then they'll send Duarte to the line. Duarte makes the first of two as LA City in the plus here. Duarte 2 for 2 from the line. Second is good as well. Lead stretched up to 6 here for LA City College. Gates No good. Webb skied to try and poke the rebound in, but it never came down to him fast enough. Canyons gets a steal on the other side on a quick swing pass in by Figueroa. Now Gates will get it ahead to Wilson. Canyons changing up their offense. They try and work it inside to Wyatt Wilson. Wilson, little turnaround jumper, rattles home. That's a good shot from Wyatt Wilson. Wilson now with 6 on the day. He missed 3 games, didn't play against Chaffey, Cypress, or Long Beach. So it's nice to have him back in there. There's a foul underneath the basket. 2 shots coming for Shepard as he was driving. Foul goes against Figueroa, his second. First from Shepard is good. Shepard today, 3 for 3 from the line. LA City with just 1 miss from the line, 12 of 13. Canyons just 7 of 8. Lead back up to 6 here. So Pitts back into the game. Took over for Figueroa. Webb trying to draw contact. Missed it short on the layup. Never got the contact either. LA City back in transition. Short on a little 8-footer that time from Reynolds. Gates with the rebound. Now Canyons on the offensive side. I think that ball was intended for Pitts, but hit Gates. Gates was able to get it back to Pitts. Wilson trying to take his man off the dribble. Drives to the rack. He'll get himself to the line. The foul against Duarte. Second foul on Duarte. Sends Wilson to the line. Wilson 75% from the line this season. 6 points. Chapman with 7, Webb with 6, Wilson with 6. On the other side, a trio with 8, Shepard, Robinson, and Mbupe Singui. Wilson makes the first. Substitution is A.J. Robinson back in to take over for Caleb Shepard, with also Dan Guzbudanov coming in to take over for Duarte. Wilson misses the second. Gates had his hands on it but didn't secure it, as Mark Smith came and took it away from him. It's a 5-point LA City College lead. Smith missed trying to drive. Wilson able to save, and Webb will stop it up in a half-court offense here for Canyons. Abdelmour working against Mbupe Singui, kicks it into the corner. Gates for 3, that's good. Kyron Gates for 3. Gates just his second 3 of the season. Is 2 for 4 now on the year. And it's back to a 2-point game. Good shot from Kyron Gates that time. Reynolds now. Got it to Smith, back to Reynolds, 9 to shoot, tried to drive, lost the ball as he went behind his back, but then Webb just throws it away, trying to hit Wyatt Wilson. A 3 on the reset, no good. Now Smith underneath was fouled, I don't know by who. Goes against Stacy Webb. We'll take a look here. Maybe just a late reach, tough to see from that angle. First of 2 from Smith is good. Second is there as well. Is Smith a 48% free throw shooter, but knocks them both down. see substitutions here. Alexander Martinez coming in to take over for Stacy Webb after that last pass. Webb with a turnover off a rebound. So he'll get some coaching up from Howard Fisher here as Canyon's back to work in a half-court offense, trailing 37-33. Gates, bounce pass inside to Abdelnor, stolen away by Smith. Smith able to work Gates down and then gets his own rebound and puts it in. Back to a 6-point lead. 1:35 to go here in the first half. Martinez nearly had it stripped as Smith pressuring heavily here on the ball. Canyon's able to control. They work it inside to Wilson, who's fouled by Townsend, who came up underneath him. And that'll send Wyatt Wilson to the line for 2 shots as that puts Canyons in the double bonus. First is good from Wilson. Wilson now with 8 points. 2 of 3 from the line. Leads the Cougars in points right now. There's Jenkins getting up at the table here. Wilson will make the second. Kyron Gates will come off. So Jenkins getting into the first half here. Only averages 2 minutes a game, has only played in 2 games this season. Canyons going deep into their bench right now. They trail 39-35 with 1:15 to go here in the first half. Reynolds. They find Robinson for an open look. Tried to draw contact, missed on the 3. Mbupe Singui able to throw it to Smith. Count it and the foul for Mark Smith, as Abdelnor in the air couldn't stay straight up and down, and Smith will go to the line for a 3-point play. Smith now with 6 points. Finishes off, give him 7. 3 for 3 from the line now. It's 42-35, 55 to go here in the first half. Jenkins backs it off a little bit. Sends it to Pitts on the near side. Now to Martinez. Martinez trying to drive. Little jump stop at the elbow, or the block, excuse me. Got it back to the elbow to Abdelnor, whose shot didn't go. Little right-hander in the lane, no good. Defensive rip for LA City, and they'll go back to work. About a 6-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock here. Robinson guarded tightly by Wilson here. Now dumps it to Townsend to 3 before the shot clock expires. No. Skying for the rip was Reynolds, and the putback is there. And then a travel called against Alexander Martinez off the inbound will leave .3 with a 9-point LA City lead. LA City College going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break as well. 44-35, LA City leading College of the Canyons. 44-35.3. And that's the end of the first half, as they say. It was tipped, trying to tip it up there for an alley-oop. That'll take us to the end of the first half. 44-35, LA City leading College of the Canyons. Second half when we come back.
Welcome to College of the Canyons, where students become the success stories of tomorrow. Whether you're already in the workforce or just getting started, our flexible schedules are a game changer. And students don't just earn degrees, they catapult into desirable careers in top 4-year universities for just $46 per unit. Quality education without crushing debt. Ditch the cookie-cutter mold of college and make college work for you. Register now at canyons.edu/schedule.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved.
Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
Can I get it Mike's way? What's happening?
And your free sub. Enjoy.
That was super weird.
Oh, that? Nah. She just used the Shore points you can now earn from chip and drink purchases to get free sub through the app. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Make hosting your next event easy with the Dr. Diane G. Van Hook University Center. With over 30 meeting spaces, wireless video teleconferencing capabilities, food service, and technical support available, the University Center has everything you need to make your next event shine. Conveniently located near the 5 and 14 freeways in Santa Clarita, the University Center offers easy access to local airports and many attractions, making it the ideal meeting place for everyone. To learn more about our rental options or to book now, visit canyons.edu/University Center.
Welcome back to Lee Smelser Court inside the Cougar cage as we get ready for second half action. Los Angeles City College and College of the Canyons here from Lee Smelser Court. I'm happy to have you. Matt Robinson here with you. It was an interesting first half. LA City with a 44-35 first half advantage. Cougars trying to turn things around a little bit. Look at some of the numbers. LA City 14 of 30 from the floor in the first half, but 0 for 9 from 3. They got to the line 17 times, though. 16 of 17 from the line. Canyons 11 of 33 from the floor, 3 of 11 from 3, and 10 of 12 from the line. That 3 of 11 from 3 for this Canyons team is not going to get it done. They have to shoot the 3-ball well. They have to live up to that 36.3% from 3, which is 12th best in the state. And we've seen in these last few games, as we talked about in the pregame show, in their losses this year, they have struggled from 3, and kind of right now at the 27.3%, 3 of 11. It's not going to get it done. Look at the rebounds. Total rebounding, LA City out rebounding Canyons 22-18. LA City with 10 offensive rebounds, Canyons with 11. Even on the offensive boards, but LA City, they get a big shot right off the hop from A.J. Robinson, who's now in double figures once again. They get 8 straight games from him in double figures as he knocks that one down. And the lead is now the largest it's been at 12. Perez back in there for Canyons as they go with their starting crew. LA City doing the same. Ziegel from the block trying to get around Duarte, tried to throw it out high and it hit underneath the basket. LA City in transition, they missed though on a layup. Perez the rebound, gets it to Cornelius, into the corner to Chapman for 3, long. Wilson the rebound, the inside put, no. 2 tips at it, the third doesn't fall. LA City will throw it out ahead for Reynolds, who Perez tries to chase down but just lets him lay it in. And it's a 5-0 LA City College run here to start in the second half. Cornelius draws a foul and get himself to the line. Foul goes against Mark Smith. It'll be the second on Smith. Donovan Cornelius was quiet in the first half. Was on the bench for most of the first half with 2 fouls, played just 8 minutes, didn't have a field goal attempt. He's a 74% free throw shooter this season. Knocks down the first. Looking at the leaders for LA City, Robinson with 11, Reynolds with 8, same thing for Shepard and Mbupe Singui. For Canyons, Wilson with 9, Chapman with 7, Webb with 6. Cornelius makes both his first 2 points of the ball game. Back to a 12-point lead, largest has been 14 for LA City just a few seconds ago. Here's Reynolds. Stopped up outside the 3-point line, though, working inside. Duarte tries to drive on Ziegel, does, count it, and the foul. So Duarte trying for the 3-point play. That puts Duarte at 9 points. Chance to get into double figures for him, as he's evened his season high, and he's now made his season high of 10 points. His previous season high was 9 against Orange Coast College. Wilson a 3, that's good. Nice shot in rhythm from Wilson. He's in double figures. Give him 12. 4 off his season high. Smith a wide open look for 3, no good. Rebound bounces off of a couple of LA City Cubs and goes out of play, so it'll be Canyons basketball. Smith gonna guard Donovan Cornelius, 94 feet of the floor here. Canyons into the front court, working it around the perimeter. Cornelius down to Chapman. Near the elbow, tries to work it down further, kicks it back. Wilson will put up another 3, looking for back-to-back, no good. A.J. Robinson with the rebound will bring it into the front court. Now he'll just drive, kicks it to the corner. Reynolds for 3, rattles in and out. Ziegel tips the rebound to Wilson. Wilson outlets to Cornelius, who will drive. Now tries to back his man down, and he gets himself to the line for 2 shots, as Reynolds is going to be called for the foul. It's pretty good work from Donovan Cornelius this time. You can see Reynolds stops him up, but he just turns, backs him down, and draws the foul. Two shots for Cornelius, makes the first. Donovan Cornelius 3 for 3 from the line so far. Second is good. So it's back to a 10-point game here, 52-42. A.J. Robinson fakes a 3, drives. His pass tipped off of Canyons as he was trying to get it to Duarte. Canyons will try and run the fast break. Perez blocked as he went up, then Ziegel couldn't come down with the rebound, and it'll go with LA City. Perez been quiet today. Just 2 points, 1 of 6 from the floor. Canyons needs him to find his game. So they trail by 10 here in the second half. LA City led by 9 at the break. Led by as much as 14 here early. Canyon's gonna get called for a foul here. Let's take another look at that. I think that Duarte actually ran into his teammate. See it here. Yeah, it was actually a foul on Alan Duarte that goes against Donovan Cornelius, his 3rd. Off the inbound, Shepard a 3, no good. Good box out by Ziegel for Wilson to pull down the rebound. or Chapman, excuse me, underneath missed. He's trying for the and one. Canyons leaves Duarte all alone under the basket. He gets an easy bucket. Foul on a three here. It's going to send Donovan Chapman to the line. Trying to get him into double figures here. Chapman makes the first. Abdelnour and Webb back in. Cornelius goes, excuse me, Donovan Chapman goes 3 for 3. Another foul on Duarte, his third. This time it's going to send Chapman back to the line, who's got 10 points. Jason Flowers not happy with his side, hollering down, head coach of LA City College.
Ref, you're not getting paid by the call. Okay?
Chapman 9 of 9, now 10 of 10 from the line. Spludenov coming in to take over for Duarte here. 56-47, Canyons trailing by 9. Trying to claw their way back in here against LA City. Caleb Shepard now onto the far side. Reynolds trying to drive. Dumped it underneath. Guspludinov off the window. No. Mbupe Singui and Perez were tied up. Possession with Canyons goes with Perez. So good tie-up by Perez underneath. A little over 5 minutes gone in this second half. Canyons can try and cut the lead down to 7. Webb to Wilson, back to Webb on the far wing. Tried to get it back to Wilson, it bounced off a leg. Wilson was able to recollect. Thought about taking Guspludinov off the dribble, but instead will kick it back. And Webb will reset here, 8 to shoot for Canyons. Calls for a screen, tries to drive through 2 bodies, falls to the floor. And another tie-up on the other side, possession arrow LA City. So the Cubs will go back to work. Foul away from the basket. Goes against Donovan Chapman, his third. So now Chapman with 3. Cornelius with 3. Already 7 fouls in this second half. Here's A.J. Robinson. Now to Caleb Shepard. On the near side, Mikael Reynolds. Now to Guspludinov, trying to work against Abdelnour. Instead kicks it back to Mbupe Singui. He'll drop it for Reynolds, whose three is short. A foul under the basket on LA City. Goes against Spudnoff. It'll be his third foul. So both he and Duarte with 3 fouls, along with Mark Smith. Webb got it to Cornelius, who drives and lays it in. Good passing that time from Canyons. Cougars back within 7. A timeout called by Flowers for LA City. Jason Flowers wants to talk. We'll break as well. Back inside Lee Smelser Court at the Cougar cage. 56-49, LA City leading Canyons. LA City with the ball. A 3 from Robinson, no good. Tipped out off of Canyons. LA City just 1-3 in the ball game. 1 of 15. That 1-3 from A.J. Robinson. Foul on the floor against Webb. 6th foul on Canyons. His second. Sorry, 4th foul on Canyons. Shepard trying to drive, dumps it off underneath Mbupi Singui right there. Canyons came across on a double. Left Mbupi Singui real wide open underneath the basket. Devin Mbupi Singui now with 12 points. 3 different scorers in double figures for LA City. With Mbupi Singui and Duarte each with 12, leading the way. Abdul-Noor, his pass tipped away. Webb has to recollect, only has 8 to work now. Abdul-Noor, lucky to get called for a moving screen, and Webb put up a 3 and knocked it home. Jason Flowers asked the same thing I just thought. Why was that not a moving screen? I guess maybe far enough away from the ball that Abdul-Noor was still moving to the basket, they thought. 3 cuts it down to a 6-point game. Canyons gets a stop defensively. As Donovan Chapman now with 14 points and 8 boards in the ball game. 2 off a double-double will be the first of his career. 3 off his season high of points. 17, and he's matched his season high in rebounds of 8. Webb. Offensive foul called against Stacey Webb. Take another look here as Webb trying to drive. I think it was Shepard that drew it, yeah. Well outside the restricted area. Looked like he was straight up and down with his feet planted, so it's a tough foul. The 5th on Canyons takes away an offensive possession. Townsend back in the game here. Duarte as well. They work down to Duarte against Abdul-Noor. Spins baseline, throws it across. Robinson a corner 3. no good. Duarte just reaches out his big right hand and collects a rebound from behind Abdelnour and puts it back in. Duarte now with 14. Setting a season high for him today. Here's Perez, who's been extremely quiet for Canyons. Leaves for Donovan Cornelius, who drops it for Donovan Chapman, working off the screen. Now back to Cornelius, a three from the wing. Rattles in and out. Rebound goes off of LA City College, and it will be Canyons basketball. They'll get a reset here as Gilad Zigel coming back in to take over for Abdelnour. And it's no answer for the bigs down low. Singui, Duarte both having their way. With 26 of LA City's points here. Zigel misses on an early jumper in the inbound. Then Donovan Cornelius draws a foul and gets himself to the line. All 4 of Cornelius' points have been from the foul line today. Third personal on Bryce Townsend. So now you've got Townsend, Duarte, Reynolds, and Smith all with 3 fouls for LA City. Only Donovan Cornelius with 3 fouls for Canyons. He's 5 for 5 from the line. Cuts the lead to 7 for the moment. Canyons trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. LA City looking for their 4th win of the season. Lost their last time out against Barstow. Lost their last 2, actually, trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Well, Pitt's back in the game. Takes over for Donovan Chapman. Canyons crowd trying to cheer him on, get the defense to work. There's Duarte from the elbow. Tried to drive against Zigel, kicked it back Townsend. He wanted to drive, but had to come back out. Now he'll get a 3 off the pass from Duarte that's no good. Inside rebound for Devin Abumpe Singui, who's got another one. Give him 14. The lead back up to 8. Here's Mo Pitts. Now Donovan Cornelius. Wanted to drive, had it stolen from him by Reynolds. Reynolds backs off Webb. Count it and the foul. Take a look at the steal here. Just kind of swatted it out of the hands of Cornelius. Then bumped Webb, who never got in the lane. Countered in the foul. 30-second timeout on the floor by Howard Fisher. Will break as well with 10:37 to go. (64-54). Hale Reynolds back to the line. His first trip today to the line. Makes it, completes the 3-point play, the lead back up to 11. LA City is led by as much as 14 here in this second half. That's been the largest lead of the ball game. Mo Pitts, a foul line jumper, didn't get the roll. Townsend, another rebound. LA City just outboarding Canyons right now. 29-25, but it's those second chance opportunities like that right there from A.J. Robinson that have come back to haunt Canyons. The lead back up to 13. Robinson now with 13. Justin Perez finally gets loose. Just his second field goal of the ball game. 2 for 8 now from the floor. He's only got 4 points. Lead is 11. Duarte, Canyons doubles it. LA City works it around the perimeter. Robinson, 13-footer. No. Duarte, the rebound. Didn't even have to get off the floor to get that one. He's got it again. Backs down Ziegel, fouled by Wilson. It's going to be the first foul on Wilson. 7th foul on Canyons. Puts LA City in the bonus for the remainder. 67-56. Duarte to the line, who's 4 for 4 from the line today, a guy that's 40% from the line on the season. Make him 5 for 5 now. Second is good. Jason Flowers calls the timeout. 9:33 to go. 69-56. LA City leading. (69-56). LA City leading Canyons. 9:33 to go. Still plenty of time left in the ball game. Cougars need to get busy here. The Cubs have out-rebounded them by a few today and worked good down low. 24 of 52 from the day, shooting 46%. Canyons being held to just 15 of 44 shooting. Talked about LA City's defensive efficiency. They've done a good job today. Ziegel gets a bucket and sends good work from Canyons down low. Wilson to find him after the skip pass from Pitts. He's back 11. Wilson got a hand on that one. Smith will bring it up into the front court. Now A.J. Robinson, Pitts guarding him. Tries to take baseline, now backs it off. Kicked it back, Reynolds, a three that bounces home. Hit the front of the rim and fell in. It's just the second three of the day on 18 three-point attempts for LA City. Perez fouled and will go to the line. Four different scorers in double figures now as Reynolds has 14. Robinson picks up his third foul. Perez goes to the line for the first time today. Justin Perez this season from the line leads Canyons at 81.8%. 47 of 89 makes the first. Donovan Chapman back in for Galad Ziegel. Perez misses on the second. Chapman able to get the rebound. Got it to Cornelius. Back to Perez. Corner three, short. Perez ice cold today from three. The lead is 13 as it currently stands. Chapman, 14 points, 9 boards. A rebound off a double-double today. A.J. Robinson drives on Pitts, kicks it in the corner. Mbupe Singui, a three that's no good. Wilson comes away with the rebound. Canyons tries to get out in transition here. Cornelius spinning, got it back to Wilson. Now Cornelius again. Round to the corner to Pitts for three, it's good. Nice shot from Mo Pitts, his second three of the ball game. Or 72-62, 7:37 to go. Duarte back at the line once again. 6 for 6 from the line today. Misses on the first of the 1-and-1. Foul going to be called against Mark Smith. Going to be the fourth on Smith. It's going to send Donovan Chapman to the line. Chapman now a double-double today. 14 points, 10 boards. And he's 10 for 10 from the line so far. Smith goes to the bench with 4 fouls. Only Chapman and Wilson in double figures for Canyons. Duarte, Reynolds, Ngui, and Robinson all in double figures for LA City. Ziguel was going to check in, but he's checking in for the shooter here. So if Chapman makes the free throws, Ziguel will come into the game. Chapman can't miss from the line. 12 for 12 today. 12 of his 16 from the foul line. He's down to 8 here. Canyons trying to climb their way back in. Trailed as much as 14 in the ball game. Robinson getting away from Pitts for the moment. Pitts able to get back into defensive position. I will try and keep Robinson along the outside. He drives to his right, dumps it off underneath. Duarte wide open. Ziguel left Duarte to come over and help on the Robinson drive. And it's an easy bucket. Robinson now his third assist in the ball game. Duarte with 18 points. A three from Perez is good. It's big for Justin Perez, his second three of the ball game. He's got 8 now. Indians again hanging around, trailing by 7. That one goes off of Donovan Cornelius that time as they try to get it inside to Duarte. Well, Duarte a little frustrated, got knocked over that time. Didn't get a foul called. Three off the inbound, no good. Pitts pulls down the board. Canyons can cut it to at least 5 here. Here's Pitts. And it knocked out of his hand by Shepard. Gets it back, gets it to Cornelius on the near wing. Cornelius working off the Pitts screen, puts an 18-footer up that's good. It's a 5-point game, 74-69. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Canyons has climbed their way back into it. They get a defensive stop. No, they don't. It's a foul. I thought they were going to get a stop, but a late whistle. Goes against Ziguel. Will send Robinson to the line. Howard Fisher not happy, discussing with the official on the far side of the floor about the foul. Still a long discussion going on over there. 75-69. Robinson gets the lead back to 7. Donovan Cornelius now with the ball, gets it to Perez. He'll dump for Wilson, but they miss on the handoff. And back the other side, Reynolds makes it a 9-point lead. Just another pure turnover on Canyons that time. Just a misconnect from the yellow squad. 9th turnover in the ball game on Canyons. Cornelius, 2 big steps trying to drive. Draws the contact, he'll get himself to the line. First foul on Shepard. Cornelius at the line today, 6 of 6 with 8 points. Seven of 7. Canyons has done a good job from the line today. 24 of 27. We get 25 of 28. After that, we'll tick on. Donovan Chapman back in. Stacy Webb on the floor as well as Perez on the bench. As well as Zigel. Cornelius makes both. He's in double figures for the 6th time this season. Back within 7. Robinson elbow jumper, good. Can't leave him wide open like that. Howard Fisher knows it, wants a timeout. Canyons will talk things over. 80-71. LA City College leading College of the Canyons here inside the Cougar cage at Lee Smelser Court. Canyons basketball out of the timeout. 80-71, LA City leading. Every time Canyons has started to punch, LA City has found a counter punch to back them back off. Both teams' next foul will put the other in the plus, so we'll shoot 2 foul shots the rest of the way. Wilson blocked by Robinson on a 3 attempt. Good late closeout by A.J. Robinson that time. Webb dumps it underneath. Canyons extra pass into the corner. Pitts trying to go baseline on Mbupi Singui. 7 to shoot here. That one tipped out. Good active hands by Reynolds that time. 4 seconds to shoot for Canyons here. Pitts off the inbound, puts up a 3, short. Rebound came off to Reynolds. He got it to Robinson as Canyons trying to put on a press here. Robinson backs it off. He brings it between the circles. Now Robinson trying to take Wilson off the dribble. foul on the floor against Wilson, puts Robinson at the line. Robinson was 17 points, 4-4 from the line today, 6 of 14 from the floor, just 1 of 7 from 3. He's got 4 rebounds, 2 assists to his credit as well. Trying to stretch the lead back out to double figures. First from A.J. Robinson is good. A.J. Robinson, been pretty impressed with him today. His season high is 32 this year. Did that against Victor Valley. Again, 7 straight with 10 or more points. He's got 4 20-point games this season. Misses on that foul shot. Certainly a guy, though, that looks like he can potentially make an impact at the next level, as most of these guys hope they can do. While also getting their education. Here's Stacy Webb. Back to Mo Pitts on the near side. Gets it to Cornelius, down to the corner to Webb. 9 to shoot. Daniel's a little stagnant here. Webb just going to try and create for himself. Draws a Mikhail Reynolds foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. It's the 4th foul on Reynolds. Second trip to the line for Stacy Webb, who's 1 for 2 today. Chance to get into double figures for the 4th time for Webb with this foul shot. Broadcaster Jenkins. And he misses both. Empty set on the foul shots, which Canyons has been very good at all day today, and that is an inopportune time for that to happen. Cougars 26 of 31 now. They were 26 of 29 before that trip. And Mikhail Reynolds makes it hurt even more, back to a 12-point advantage. Chapman trying to work against Duarte. Duarte overran him, missed, tipped the rebound out to Webb. Now Cornelius. Canyons will slow it up a little bit. They need to get busy though, 2:50 to go, trailing by 12. Cornelius, foul line jumper is fouled. That is the 5th foul on Mikhail Reynolds. We'll send him to the bench. Actually, that's the 4th, they say. The web stats say 5, so that's the 4th. So we've got a foul missing somewhere. Donovan Cornelius misses the 1st. Perez checks in for Webb. Cornelius was 8 for 8 from the line before that foul shot. So 3 foul shot misses in a row for Canyons. That snaps the streak. The lead is 11. 2:46 to go. Robinson working against Pitts. Taking his time here. Wasting clock, slips his man, finds the open shot for Shepard, no good on an air ball. Pitts and Chapman the rebound. Chapman a long outlet to Perez. Perez goes baseline, draws the contact, and he'll get to the line. Dangerous pass from Chapman. Ahead, Perez able to collect it in one quick step. Took Mbupe Singui. Drew the 5th foul. That's the 5th foul against Reynolds, so it'll give LA City a chance to sub out. Reynolds will go to the bench with a really nice game. 18 points, 4 boards. 1 for 6 from 3, but 8 of 15 from the floor. Another 10-point game, his 7th of the season. didn't have the hot shooting night from 3, as really LA City has not at all. Just 2 of 21 from 3. Canyon's a little bit better, 7 of 20. So now at 35%. Perez at the line. Makes the first, has 9 points. Knocks down another here, and he'll get into 10 points. Double figures for the 10th straight game to start the season. Makes them both. So again, Perez in double figures, 10 straight games to start the year for him. So far, it's been LA City with a 9-point lead. Chapman, Wilson, Cornelius, and Perez all in double digits. Reynolds on the bench with 18. Robinson with 18. Duarte with 18. And Pupi Singui with 14. Robinson taking his time. LA City just going to use as much of the shot clock as they can, try and run this down. They've got 6 to shoot here. Robinson now with 5. Backs Pitts off. Puts up a 3. That is a beautiful stroke from A.J. Robinson. He's at 21 now, and the lead back up to 12. Cornelius, turnaround jumper short. Easy board for Smith. And again, LA City will walk it ahead. Robinson will take all the time he can to break the timeline. Sent it on to the far side to Caleb Shepard. Collected it back to Robinson with 14 on the shot clock. He can run this down inside of 60 seconds if he wants. Instead, he dishes. They try to get it to Duarte. Stolen away from them by Donovan Chapman, scratch that. And he drives. The Euro step is good. The timeout on the floor called by Howard Fisher. In a 10-point game with 60 seconds to go. 86-76 here from Lee Smelser Court inside the Cougar cage. (86-76), LA City College leading College of the Canyons. We can't get here fast enough for me right now. 60 seconds to go. LA City with the basketball. Canyons trying to press here. LA City breaks the press. Canyons needs to foul, and they foul Mark Smith. He needed to foul a lot sooner than that. Let him waste 8 seconds. Foul against Mo Pitts is first. Smith 3 of 3 from the line. 7 points today. Smith makes them both. 11-point lead. Or Smith makes one of 2, excuse me, to make it an 11-point lead. Then Chapman scores it to make it a 9-point game now. 44.2 to go. Another timeout. Chapman now 20 points, 12 boards. His best game of the season with a double-double. Had 7 of his 12 rebounds in the first half. He's did phenomenally from the line today. 12 of 12 from the foul line, so 12 of his 20 points from the line. 4 of 9 shooting. He leads the way for Canyons. A.J. Robinson, 21 points for him to lead the LA City Cubs once again in scoring. Their notable headline, Justin Perez, 10 straight games with 10 or more points. Just 3 of 10 from the floor. 1 of 4 from 3, so still struggling a little bit from 3. Canyons 29 of 35 from the line today. That's been perhaps their best effort from the line we've seen this season. I'd have to go take a deep dive, and I don't have the time to do that right now. LA City 24 of 28 from the line. It's been a solid foul shooting games for both sides. LA City 49% from the floor, 30 of 61, while Canyons just 38% from the floor, 21 of 55. Cougars will likely foul quickly. Now they'll just trap Robinson, trying not to foul him. He got it to Smith. Smith will dribble it away. Now they need to foul the ball's in the front court, and they do. Pitts fouls Smith, who will go back to the line. Smith split the pair last time down, makes the first here. Back to a 10-point game with 32.8 to go. Smith now with 9 points, give him 10. He's in double figures. Fifth different Cub in double figures today. Chapman fouled on a reach by Robinson, so Chapman will go to the line. 13th and 14th foul shots upcoming for Donovan Chapman today. Third foul on A.J. Robinson. Townsend checks out. Duarte back in. Chapman makes the first. He's perfect so far today with 27.9 to go. 14 of 14 from the line, 22 points for him. Robinson gets away from the trap, gets it into the front court. Wyatt Wilson fouls with 20 seconds left. So it's a game of foul shots now, it seems. Robinson makes the first, back to a 10-point lead. Both are good from Robinson, an 11-point game, 15 seconds to go. Wilson a 3, no good. Rebound goes off of Canyons. It'll go with LA City. The final 11.3. Canyons looks like they're going to press here still. LA City will take a timeout. So 11.3 to go, 91 to 80. LA City will inbound here. Ball game pretty much in the books. LA City going to go to 4-6 on the season. Canyon's going to fall to 2-8 to open up their year. They've got one more contest before the annual Cougar Holiday Classic, which is upcoming in a couple of weeks, the 27th and the 28th. Just take a quick look at the live stream schedule. We'll bring it back here in a second. Canyons lines everybody up, or LA City lines everybody up along the goal line like passing formation football. The goal line, the end line. And then they get it into Smith, who draws the foul and goes to the line. Fourth foul on Wilson. Smith back to the line once again. 6 of 7 from the line with 10 points for him today. Takes the first. Second is good. Canyons will sprint ahead here. Wilson gets it to Pitts, puts up a 3. Final moments, no good. Wilson the rebound, the putback. Score it, and that'll put the final score at 93-82. LA City with an 11-point win over College of the Canyons. Take a look at the live stream schedule. Men's basketball back in action against Orange Coast College at 7 p.m. in the Cougar Holiday Classic. We'll actually bring you both games. It starts at 5. Mount San Antonio College and LA Trade Tech in the first game, and we'll bring you both games most likely on Saturday. We'll wait and see. Things could change. But Saturday the 28th, Cougar Holiday Classic Game 2. That'll take us to the end of 2024. We'll get to 2025. We'll start it off with some women's basketball on January 4th against Porterville, the final non-conference game before the conference season starts. We thank you for joining us here today on the Cougar Sports Network. As always, we hope you have a good weekend. I hope you enjoyed the webcast. We hope to see you again soon. Have a good night, everybody, and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. Those are coming up as well. We wish you good luck and good cheer.